Welcome back.
Number one.
You already know what it is.
The next thing.
Up in the air.
What episode is this now?
Another episode.
What number is this now?
I don't even know. I've gone past checking the numbers now.
It doesn't even matter no more, does it?
Limitless.
We're just out here working.
Isn't it, man?
Yeah. And I'm joined today by the best co-host in the world. You already know his name.
See in the building, man. Everyone should know me by now.
Come on.
Not like that.
And we got a special guest. Special guest. You know, every week we try to bring on the best guests for you people.
You always say that.
The hottest, the hottest on the social.
I've heard this.
What have you heard?
Special.
What have you heard?
I've heard you say special guest.
Okay,
This is a
extra
special guest.
No,
I've watched.
This is pre and the thing.
Extra should be special.
Extra special. No, let's go with the spicy thing.
Okay, yeah.
Change up the language. Spicy guest with our thing. Mm-hmm. Yeah, she goes by the name of Pillow Talks.
Hello.
That's not her real name.
No.
What is her real name?
My real name's S. Essie. Esther for
those who don't know.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shout out to Esther. Introduce yourself.
Come on.
Hi guys, I'm Essie. I'm from I Am Pillow Talks. You can catch me on Instagram and Poetic Just S.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we're going straight in. So yeah, don't worry, it's good to be as well. But you know, we just start. You know me, I don't even have no chill.
Deep end.
I throw people straight under the bus. Straight up.
I hope you can
under
swim,
the bus,
nigga.
you know, not even the Lambo.
No.
Throw me under the bus.
Straight under the bus.
It's not very nice.
That's not
is
coming.
it?
No, I'm sorry, man. This is the only way to be.
Do women create arguments with partners to get attention?
100%.
Okay, but if so, why? What is that?
Because
about?
they're not getting enough attention from their partners, obviously.
So they create arguments.
Yeah, of course they do.
That's toxic as fuck.
Not all women.
Okay.
Yeah, and yeah, you're right. It is toxic.
That's hella toxic, isn't it?
Yeah, but then you've got to think about why they're doing it. There's always a why behind everything. So
why is there always a why when it comes to women, but there's not a why when it comes to men?
There's a why when it comes to men. What women are you talking with?
Alright, cool. So you're saying there's a why. She's creating arguments and making the household toxic to get your attention.
That's right. But I mean, you could see it as toxic, or you could see it as a cry for help.
Yeah,
okay.
but surely there's other ways to go about it. Like, think about it, instigating problems. That's mad because he might just go out and be like, I don't know, like fuck this whole thing, like just like making something out of nothing. You're like, you know what?
Well, then
you're on stuff.
Well, then you shouldn't have been with him in the first place, then.
No, but we're losing we're losing the focus. Yeah, there is no problem. Yeah, but she's acting out to get attention. Like effective communication is a thing.
Thank you.
100%. No,
people don't talk anymore.
I totally agree. Communication is everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and it could be her time of the month. Who knows?
Mm.
Do you think women change on their time of the month?
100%.
Do they, bro? Got three
oh my
sisters.
God, I change a lot.
Go on. Top 3 changes.
Oh my God, eating absolute nonsense.
Okay, that's
chocolate.
Yes.
Chocolate. I could eat.
Man, if you're out there right now,
I could eat a cheeseburger
for free, yeah?
3 times a day. It's mad. And then the next day I want KFC. Then the next day I want pizza.
What is that about?
It's a mad thing. Ice cream. And do you know what? It's really weird because you don't even.
Go on.
You don't even understand it until when you see the blood. Sorry, that's a bit much, but yeah.
No, yeah.
I can only speak for myself. I actually forget, and I also get really, really cross, very short temper.
So bad temper problems.
So hunger, temper. Okay,
and I'm calm.
What naturally?
Yeah,
okay.
I'm naturally calm. Yeah, so like a week running up to that Crime Monthly, I get really agitated. I'll have
hormones, man.
Yeah, I'll shout. I'll cry. Something on the TV could make me cry. Yeah,
but if you know, because it's a regular occurrence, is it not something you can control? Like, so when it comes on, you sort of concede to it. You can't.
No, see, that's the thing. I don't know how it is with all women, but I don't see it coming until I see that little red.
Then that's it.
Yeah, then I think, oh fuck, I'm coming on my period, and then I relax. But it's weird as well because I was talking to my sister a couple of days ago, and she was like, I just had like a cheeseburger today, and I had a cheeseburger yesterday. I'm gonna go and get another one. And I was like,
cravings.
And I was like, are you coming on your period? And she was like, oh, yeah. I was like,
that's why she wants the 6 cheeseburgers.
Yeah,
that's mad.
It's mad.
But even that, that's still mad because the idea of like, a woman starting shit, yeah, you could be like, so hold on, like, can I say, like, are you in your period? Like, if she's starting shit for no reason, like, is that a justifiable, like, is that a claim that could be made?
100%.
But that doesn't make it right, you know?
I'm not saying it makes it right, but this is what you guys need to understand.
Okay, go on, tell us. Please tell us.
No, seriously.
Go on.
Seriously, because a lot of men really don't get it, and it really pisses me off. Because I've heard this thing where men just say, she's on her period, and they think it's not a real thing. It's a fucking real thing, mate. It's a real thing. And the fact that we can't, we can't control it is something that is... Did you just roll your eyes at me? You just rolled your fucking eyes at me. I saw that shit. How dare you?
It's like, I'm listening.
This is what I'm talking about. No, you're out of fucking order, mate. This is what I'm talking about. Rolling off the eyes like, here we go.
Because I'm with you and I'm like,
no, do you know what? I wish men could sit in our shoes. Seriously.
Vice versa. It's hard at her being a man, you know.
No, fuck that.
It's real hard.
We're talking about women.
Yeah, we are. Okay, fine.
We're talking about women. We're talking about women and PMT, right?
Yes.
It's a real thing.
Okay, go on.
And we cannot stop it. It happens. Some people get it worse than others. Before I had children, I didn't have any symptoms when I was coming on. Once I had children, every month without fail, it's on. Don't talk to me funny. Don't be rude to me. Don't act weird with me because I will.
So, all right, let me ask you a real life question now. Does that affect your relationships that you have? That kind of having attitude at that time of the month, does that affect your relationships that you get into?
No.
So you can separate the like for what you. So like you're not involving him in your current sort of mood change.
No, or what I would usually do, I would actually say, do you know what? I'm coming on my period.
Okay.
I would explain it before it sort of gets to that matter. If I have a partner, or even if I'm talking with one of the kids, I'll say, do you know what? Oh my God.
Okay.
I'm coming on.
Okay, yeah.
Do you get it? So it's you can sort of communicate, or even with your friends. Like I've had like really weird sort of conversations with my friends, and then thought, why was I so emotional when I was talking with her? Or why is that upsetting me so much? And I've realised, I'm coming on my period. So it's not just exclusive to men. You could be at work. Anyone can get it. It's not exclusive to men. I know you obviously said.
Damn, boy, anyone can get it. Why does that sound so aggressive?
Because that's
a little bit, innit? Anyone can get it.
That's how you feel.
Anyone can get it.
You feel like the Incredible Hulk.
But how long does it last for? Like 3 days? Like that? No, the like feeling of aggressive. Like how long does that last?
I would say about 7 days for me.
Raw, a full week off.
Yeah, 7 days.
See, but I mean, I guess the idea of I could overlook that sort of just like natural nature of your body life, but the idea of just like I don't need attention, but you said like I'll communicate that. It goes back to communication. The idea of like you're not showing me attention, I'm gonna while out, and I might even get boxed up in the process. Yeah.
I don't condone violence. I don't condone violence.
I'm saying like, but it could create a madness. So the lack of communication, like I don't know what's wrong with you. Let me just.
But don't you think that you should know what's wrong with her?
Yeah, but I'm not a psychic. I can't read minds.
Okay, but we all know that a woman has a monthly cycle.
Yeah.
You know that, right?
But it's not.
Do you know that?
Do you know what's funny about when you say that? Yeah. Women use this to their advantage. All right, so look, a woman's coming on her period, but she's still having lots of sex with you. Then you're like, bro, there's bare blood. What's going on? And she's like, no, I'm not on my period yet. That's madness, bro.
Because
that's mad, bro. Like what?
So that doesn't happen.
Does that not happen?
That's happened to me.
And she's saying, bruv, no, I'm not. She's telling you, I'm not coming on my period yet. It's in 4 days, bruv. But I can see blood though, and I'm thinking, what's going on?
Can I tell you what's going on?
That's madness.
Can I tell you what's going on?
That's madness.
So basically, before you come on, if you penetrate the woman, that can bring it on. Before she actually comes on.
Early.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's not that she's lying or just trying to have sex with you because
she is just trying to have
she's
sex.
horny.
Because women become very horny.
More horny.
Oh my God.
Mad things, isn't it?
Yeah, it's mad.
Women,
it's mad.
you know what the funny thing is?
It's like a hunger. It's
really? Is that bad?
Oh my God.
I can't even lie to you. I can't even lie to you. And I know everyone in this room can admit to this as well, yeah. It's period sex. Bare people have had period sex. And they're going to sit here and lie on the internet and cap.
Of course.
But a lot of people have had period sex. And they can't lie, bro. It's the most disgusting thing in the world.
Why are you smiling?
And we need to stop doing.
Why are you saying it? Why are you smiling?
I'm smiling because I know both of you two right here. You're tapping right now. Don't try. You not right here. No. That's nasty.
I'm not gonna lie. Like, it really turns me off. I haven't done it in so long.
I thought you were gonna say turn me on.
No, I haven't done it in years. Listen, yeah, I know they say a true warrior gets blood in his sword, yeah, but I'm not. I'm not about that, fam. I don't care if I got a condom.
What the hell?
Yeah.
Who would go to have sex with someone while they're actually visibly on their period? Like, have you actually done that?
The women, I've declined multiple offers.
No. Have you actually done that? Have you had sex with a girl when she's on her period, knowing she's on her period?
No,
not
never.
4 days before.
No, never.
Okay,
Never.
What about?
Oh. Never. And the one thing is, yeah, how I did, it's fine. Like you put a towel down. I'm like, which part towel? I'm not doing all that. I'll wait the 3 days.
Yeah. What about if she asks you to wear a condom?
Still no.
No. Why?
Why
not?
It's still the visual, the mental.
Okay.
Even the movies, no.
Yeah, but it's funny smell as well, man.
That's it. The smell.
It's funny
It's
smell.
not even fish. It's
So you've done it then?
No, it's funny smell. No, I've like I said, a woman's lied to me before. A woman's lied to me and said to me,
just once.
Like, no, she said to me, I'm not on my periods. Like, I don't know why blood come. You went too hard. I'm like, alright, cool, no problem. So it's doing it again, but then I could smell this funny smell. I'm like, no, this is blood.
Not the normal smell.
I can smell blood. I can smell blood, and then I've said no. I can smell blood, and then she's not even saying anything. You know, if I can smell it, that means she can smell it as well.
It's her. It's her.
So maybe not. Your senses might be more heightened than her.
So I said, I stopped here, and I went to the bathroom, and there was just blood everywhere. And I was like, oh man,
that's what I'm saying. I can't get hold of that.
Yeah. Jumped in the shower.
We say flop.
I can't. Listen, I can't. There's some things sexually I cannot sort of overcome because, and the period thing is just nah. But women do move. Man, like clingy.
What's clingy got to do with having sex while you're on your period?
I'm saying because it's an emotional affair, innit? It's like you want to lay a cuddle after. But listen, that weird out-of-date olive oil smell, whatever it is, it's so weird, man. I can't get over it, you know.
Yeah, it's mad
olive oil?
It's something like that.
I think it more smells like metal.
Canola oil, metal.
I don't know. I couldn't even give you like I can.
Metal.
I got the smell inside my memory.
You seem like you're traumatized by it. To be fair,
me?
Yeah.
I'm traumatized by a lot of things. Still. I'm traumatized.
No, I'm not on that.
Thing, still.
I can't do period sex, bro. I cannot.
I'm
like, I'll wait 3 days. I'm alright.
Wait the 3 days, bro. It's you know.
No, maybe she's on. It's a 7-day period.
No, but on her last day,
Yeah,
I would. So when it's basically over, that's fine. Towards the end.
But that's still.
I know some men are beating off back doors though.
Yeah, but not.
They're saying I'm not waiting. I'm mashing off the back door.
I've heard that. Or they want you to suck their dick. Okay, well you're on your period.
Yeah, compensation.
So can you suck my dick?
You have to.
No, I'm not.
That's standard.
If I'm not getting mine, you're not getting yours.
Hold up. You can't come to Red Talk and say, right, you're not sucking the cock. Man's on the period.
Yes, I can.
You gotta suck off the cocky.
No, fuck that.
You gotta lick off that.
I ain't sucking nothing. Sorry.
And you gotta give it the side end as well. You know the egg when you lay down.
You have to. You have to. How do you
know what? Yeah, you gotta be some special king for me to just be doing.
Standard.
No.
The side head. I'm telling you.
That's standard.
So hang on a minute. I can't get any, but you must get some.
I don't have periods. I don't.
Yeah. So then we should both just unite and do the period together.
I think now I feel like you're very selfish. I think you're very selfish.
No,
let me tell you why. The Lord chose that you're gonna have this period. Okay. I never chose. Like I have needs. Please
but so
help.
do we.
Yeah, but you can't help it right now. You can't help it. I'm sorry.
Your body cycles do.
I'll buy you 6 cheeseburgers.
Innit? Whatever it takes. Listen, man, you got 6 cheeseburgers.
No, do you know what it is? Do you know what it is?
That's selfish, though.
Let me be frank. Okay,
That's
that may sound. And do you know what? I'm not gonna lie. It does feel selfish, even when I've said it myself. Yes. But it's kind of just like, okay, what about? It's like you're still doing the heavy petting. Do you still do the heavy petting if your girl's pregnant? If your girl's on.
I try to avoid that. Really.
What's petting?
Heavy pet.
What's that?
Foreplay.
I try to avoid that.
Foreplay? No, man. I'm just stay away from me, man.
I'm not on it.
See what I mean?
I'm not on it.
You're not horrible.
I'm anti.
And then you wonder why they're trying to get attention from you.
No, because
for 3 days.
No, because I'm saying if we do that, yeah, you're gonna get me to the point when I have this thing in my head called "don't give a fuck." Don't give a fuck. It's a scary place in my mind.
That's long.
Because I'll just do anything and I won't care.
Don't give a
so
fuck.
I rather
Stay
stay away from "don't give a fuck" and just be on raw.
I just shove it in.
Then you could just get the best head of your life. You never know. So you should get.
I
think you need to get to the don't give a fuck stage. That's my advice to you.
Yeah, but for you more than us.
Don't give a fuck means that we're going to beat on and do a madness and I'm going to have blood and I'm going to regret it.
Put a towel down and...
No, I'm going to regret it. 100% I'm going to regret it. I'm going to be like, man, look at me, man.
It won't have the nuts.
It's okay. You can just pray.
Cannibal thing. No, I'm not on that. I'm not, listen, yeah, we could just wait till the weekend if it's a Wednesday or something. Just wait, and then man will smoke it inside afterwards. But as for now, we're gonna just.
Did you just say smoke the inside?
Yeah,
smoking.
Yeah,
smoking. Hell,
yeah, smoke.
Just leave it like that. Listen,
Jim Carrey, yeah.
Listen, you have to listen, yeah. Stop being selfish because your body design is not allowing you for a few days.
No, I'll
to
give
get
you
off.
a fucking hand job, mate. You ain't putting my
Hand job?
willy in my mouth, mate. Yeah.
You know what, and you know what's funny? I'll be real with you.
There you go.
No. Forget all of that.
Yeah, thank you, Shay.
No,
He's
we're
on
not
my side.
accepting
Go
that.
over
We're
there,
not
go over
accepting
there.
that. Listen, I'm
As a
saying,
bare minimum, handy.
Yeah.
no, I'm saying, yeah, this is the reason why expectations in relationships have become unrealistic. Because for some men, look, I'll give you an example, yeah. A man's been in a relationship, every time his girl's on her period, he gets the best head of his lifetime. Yeah. It's not still satisfying to him because he still wants to beat, but it's something to get the nut out and he can keep the day moving. Yeah. Especially if he's come home from a hard day at work and he's been stressed out. He needs some sort of relief. Alright, cool. Every relationship he's been in, now he's in a relationship with you, you're not doing it. He's looking at you like, raw. Mad questions start flying through his mind.
Yeah.
But Ad, what if giving head is not your thing?
You have to learn how to make it your thing.
Make it your thing.
Oh, no,
100%.
man.
You know, let me tell you why. That's why a lot of black men go over to white women. I'll be real with you.
100%.
I'm keeping it 100 because white girls, they're not even. That conversation is not even like. That's not even like, bro. I'm saying that doesn't even. It doesn't even matter. It doesn't exist.
Okay.
It's done.
It doesn't exist.
It's just done.
You've heard.
A lot of black boys don't like to go down on girls though.
So
if I'm a woman and that is my thing, but you don't like to go down on girls, that's
what
not.
if I do?
What if I do?
No, but we're not talking.
No. What if I do? What if I do?
We're not talking about what if you do.
No,
we're talking about what ifs.
Okay,
And if you don't like doing that, should I then force you to do something that you don't want to do? You could have had trauma, or I could have had trauma. You don't know. You don't know what the reason is why I don't want to put your willy in my mouth.
I understand.
Every time I'm on my period.
Listen, I understand that we've all gone through some sort of trauma, but now we have to move forward and you have to heal. And I'm going to help you to heal.
Okay. Okay. Well, then.
And what are the chances that both parties are going to say I don't like it? It's very, very unlikely. Very unlikely.
But I'm just saying, I'm just putting it out there to the world that that's the reason why a lot of black men will say, I've heard men say, I mess with white things because there's no conversation. I can do whatever I like.
But that's fine.
And she's letting me do whatever I like.
Go mess with your white thing then.
They won't even question the idea. They were like,
in fact, if I'm on my period and you want to get your dick sucked and I don't want to suck your dick, then you can get it sucked by someone else.
So you're giving your man permission to go get head off another thing?
If
and you're going to stay with me?
If you can't wait, I'll stay with you.
Straight.
Okay.
You are the GOAT officially. You are the GOAT. Listen, yeah.
No, seriously, on the reals. If it was really that deep and I didn't want to, I would say, you know what, if you can get from Sally.
Yeah, but it's a thing.
Or Kate.
You know what the funny thing is?
Yes.
Imagine, he says, I don't even want that. I want you because I love you and I don't want another woman. I don't want to be near another woman.
I want your lips on my thing.
You're the only woman that I love. I think for you...
But you're going to have to get me horny enough for me to want to do it.
I think I might have to finesse you into it. And that's the problem.
100%. Yeah. No, but...
Come on, baby, please.
No. It's not... If you can get me to that place mentally, then I would...
But what does that look like? Like how do I get to the place? Like, because if that place is not there just naturally, how do I go beyond normal levels.
Well, that's
how?
But that's why I was asking. When a girl's on her period, do you have that? Do you still have foreplay with her? Because if you're still doing that, then that's gonna still get me racing and get me wet, etc. And then I might be so horny that I'm just gonna.
Okay.
I'm gonna stick your dick in my mouth.
But it's still not. But I guess you're saying it's still not your thing, though, is it?
No, personally, no.
So you have to force yourself to do it.
No, I didn't.
No, not force, but like bring yourself to do it.
No.
So how?
It depends on the situation, and it depends on the man.
Does duration of how long you've been with him is a fact?
Yeah, definitely.
So 3 weeks is too quick. 3 weeks?
Ask
is that 2
questions.
weeks?
Ask something.
Are you what? 3 weeks?
Listen, Sally would do it in 3 hours. Yeah.
No.
3 weeks is me giving you a lot of room to maneuver.
No,
Trust me.
I mean, do you know what? It depends. I will still say it depends on the guy. If I'm really, really into you in them 3 weeks and I feel comfortable with you, because with me, it's about feeling comfortable.
Yeah.
And I don't warm to men like that sexually quickly. So, but anything can happen, right? Never say never. So.
Don't you think as you get older though, you become more. When you're younger, it's harder because obviously there's an image and stuff like that. But as you get older, you start to, like, what I've experienced, older women are like they're more on it from the goal. Does that make sense? But when you're younger girls, they're on. Like, younger girls are on it as well.
No, they are, but not.
But like older women, they're more experienced with it. So it's like, they know what they want. Like, they've looked at you already and they've already sized up what they want. They've already know what position you're gonna mash them up in.
It's going down.
Like, she's like, this type of man is gonna mash me up in this type of position.
That
like,
depends on the woman though.
No, I think older women
generally
that's why they call
not
cougars.
necessarily.
Yes.
Not necessarily. Because
Yo, you're tweaking, fam. Man said meow and growl at the same time. You're sick.
No, what I was gonna say is, like, I remember back in the day when I was young.
Go on.
And sorry, I'm not that old, by the way.
Go on.
But back in the day, and there were girls who were obviously, we were in our teens at school, and they were giving head, but it's because they liked it.
Yeah, but then to try it and
No, they fucking loved it.
No, but you weren't trying it in secondary school, I can tell. You wasn't trying it. You weren't trying it in the bathroom. If you would have tried it when you was younger.
No, because it just wasn't. It was never something that.
Why is that old school way, man?
Entice me.
Lose that old school mentality.
It's not, bro. It's not old school mentality. It's just that I didn't. That's not. No. Put into.
No, see, but you're almost acting repulsed by it.
No, but I'm talking about back in the day, like that would.
How about now?
No.
Still in it.
No, now I've gotten over that.
Okay,
I can try it.
Yes, good.
It's not. I don't feel repulsed by it.
That's good.
If I think visually about it, then I might feel a bit repulsed. But I'm telling you now.
Visually, okay.
Yeah, like if I'm hearing about someone, just
describe it. Yeah, but the details always make things seem a bit more.
And the thought of someone coming in my mouth, like the sperm going into my mouth and
see, but you're getting way
trickling down my throat and.
See, so it's still a fact. You're still thinking of it like it's not your thing.
I just It's
it almost like you want to gag now, bro. Like, it's not even happening and you're gagging, bro. See, that's how I know it's really not your thing. Can it? Do you think it can ever become a thing? It won't.
What, like something that I love doing?
No, not even love, but just to a point where it's just there's no thoughts of it's just I'm going.
I'd have to have a lot of alcohol in me.
so it's not going to be a natural, like, it's been me and my man 3 years, now I do it and now I actually like it.
3 years, yeah, probably.
Okay, but 3 weeks
probably
is too
because do you know what I kind of 3 weeks is too early. I kind of feel like if you've been, it's like I said, it's about comfortability. If I'm comfortable with you, then I kind of feel like anything can kind of go. We can experiment. We can experiment and that's because I trust you. I'm a person. I'm very much high on trust. Okay. Like if I don't trust you, then you're not going to get the best out of me. I have to be able to trust you.
What does trust look like to you? Because trust looks like everything to everyone else. So trust to some people could be that you can trust him in your house, or you could trust him around your children, or you can trust him.
I have to be able to trust you, like that. You can emotionally understand me, and I can emotionally.
Yeah, see that that's all too complicated.
That's because you just want to hit and run. That's why.
Unrealistic expectations.
How is that unrealistic?
Because for a man to actually understand a woman, do you know how deep a woman is?
Yeah,
bro. I'm saying women have so many layers. Yeah, you've peeled down 3 layers, and you're like, oh shit, this girl's been abused when she was 10. Fuck's sake, man.
Yeah, but that's why you should always have honest conversations before you get into a long-term relationship.
Yeah.
I don't think that, and you also have to see if you're compatible. Like, you're not going to just be in a relationship with someone and you don't know anything about them. That just doesn't make sense.
What are you talking about? This is 2022. Where are you living?
I live.
What planet is she on? What planet are you on? What planet are you on?
We're in the now, innit?
Well, that's just how I feel. Maybe I'm old school.
See, but dating. See, my mum always used to say, like, if you're dating someone, like, don't rush it. So you know the idea of...
You shouldn't.
But, see, you say that. See, I'll counter that, yeah? Because women would say, you've been seeing for like 3 months now, like, how are we not still... But if it's only been 3 months, the guy thinks it's only been 3 months. She's like, it's been 3 months. How are you still not... But,
how are you still not what?
Like, sort of made us exclusive, yeah?
Okay.
But I'm saying, it's 2 different perspectives. 3 months is not a long time.
No, it's
but
not.
to her, it's bare long. Like, 3 months we've been having sex going out, why don't we just go out? But then if I was to tell my mum, for example, yeah, I started going out together for 3 months, and then 3 months later, I found out man, and she'd be like, for 3 months is nothing, I told you, like, don't rush. But sometimes women can push let's do this now. He's like, oh, we didn't get to know her. It's like, well, I was getting to know her, but she pushed the towel, like, we've got to be exclusive now. Do you know what I mean? From a guy's side.
Yeah, no, definitely. But I think it's still communication. It's as simple as that. I think if you're dating a girl and she has already made up her mind that 3 months is like her cut-off point, then she should have communicated that to you in the first instance. If she hasn't, then that's her business.
What do you think of the empowering men? When I say empowering men, what does that mean to you as a woman?
That's a really good question.
I know it is.
It never gets asked, that's why.
So for me personally, empowering a man is, it would be basically having his back in everything he's doing. So that could be work. That could be work. That could be within the home. It consists of praising when praises are necessary, and just building him up, helping him to build himself up, and vice versa. But
do you? If in the past you've had a partner, like, do you actively do the things that you said that women should be doing?
I haven't in the past.
Really?
No.
Well, this has been true.
Well, that's why. Well,
no, I haven't. And
why?
I think.
That's mad. But honest, I respect it though.
Do you know what? I think in my past relationships, I've always kind of felt like I had to not be the man, but look after.
Let's talk about it.
Literally just talk about it.
Yeah, look after things that maybe I just didn't trust him to look after. And I think that comes from like way back before I was with someone who was in prison a lot.
Yeah, that's
what in and out of prison.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're basically taking care of the person in prison.
Exactly.
Yeah. So that's
and not even taking care of him financially, but emotionally.
Yeah.
So I
sending him letters.
Yeah, just everything.
Videos,
yeah,
coming
just
on
everything.
visits.
So I didn't. So I always had this thing where I was kind of always left to do things.
Did that mess up your life though? Like, because this is never something that never gets spoken of here. Like the women that just get abandoned, and I say abandoned because if you're sending me money, you're coming to see me, you're doing everything for me. What do I do for you when I'm in prison?
That's a very good
just
question.
give you hope.
Like, I call you a few times.
Just hope.
But in my situation, I was never sending them money.
Okay.
So that would never happen. So I was completely.
He definitely had a thing.
Yeah, looked after most of the time. But I just had this thing in me where I obviously, if I'm at home looking after the children and you're not here, then I just didn't trust anyone to do that. And
of course.
I just built up this thing where I always had to be strong. So then eventually when I did meet someone who wasn't him, I already had that inside me. So I didn't trust anyone to take over that.
You're just saying this.
Yeah, so but
it's one of the dangerous places to ever be.
No,
in.
it is, but it is something that you can change, because once you identify it and you understand who you are and why you act the way you're acting and why you are you know, why you get yourself into these relationships where you even pick men who aren't as strong as you because you're so used to just doing things by yourself.
It's mad. We were saying the exact same thing earlier in regards to women stepping up, not because they want to, because they have to.
It's horrible.
And I see, and
it's
the fact that you're here is proof that I say that no woman actually wants to run that point.
No.
They don't want to do it.
But it's all they know. It's all they know.
See what I'm saying? And the fact that you're saying that just sort of cements my argument is that women who become sort of the masculine role or sort of embrace it, it's not because they wanted to, yeah. It's because even though guys stepped up, or they had to do it because it wasn't
present.
It wasn't present, yeah. But it's not a natural desire for you to. I want to lead.
It's not.
Exactly. Never. Of course they don't.
Never.
So that's why I don't get it when women say, "Oh, I'm independent. I don't need a man." That's tapped. What do you mean? It doesn't exist.
You do get into that mindset.
But from that,
yeah, you do get into the mindset, and the wickedest thing is that you have to identify it, and then you have to retrain your brain to being feminine again and to be open to that masculine energy and to be able to trust a man again, because and that's not overnight.
Nah.
You know, I'm still going through that now.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? And it's been 8 years.
Really?
Yeah.
So wow, man.
Because what you've got to remember, if you've been that way since the age of 16, I wasn't brought up with my mum and my dad. I know them both, and I spent time with my mum and dad throughout my years, but I didn't have that male role model, so it really stems from there.
There's a story to everything.
Yeah.
I was actually thinking about this the other day. I was saying that we all have a story before our actual stories that makes our story. Does that make sense? So like, I have a story that made me the way I was. So you would hear about me in my area, but you'd hear all this bad stuff, but there was a story that led up to that bad stuff. It wasn't like, if you see a youth shanking someone, it's not, you're just looking at, he killed someone, took his life. But there was a story behind that, like 100%. His mum was a single mum, she was doing prostitution from the yard, and dad's not around, and he hit the roads. But that part of the story is the part that you never see. So that's why I said, even today I was actually on live talking about this. That's why I'm starting a little documentary called Depression Diaries. Watch out for it. It's not, Depression Diaries is about men, what they actually go through, the side effects. So it starts from the end, but it's the build up. So you see someone shooting someone and think, what would make him want to kill somebody and take their life? But then go to the backstory of where he came from, and that will give you a little bit of insight of where he is now. Always, man. Does it make sense? Yeah. So that's really good. Sorry for interrupting you. So you never had your mum and dad in your life.
That. But that's deeper than what most women would even say, like going that far back. But just like the idea of they've dated a few guys, they like none of them really stepped up. Fuck it, like I'm gonna do it on my own. Yeah. But some women never concede that back to like, the guy's here now, but she's got the barriers up from the last guy. Yeah. So she's like, I don't really want to give up that position. Yeah. But it's like at the same time, you don't actually want to be running that point. So it's like, again, they have to sort of retrain. It's like, you know what, he's here now, let me just concede.
You do.
But someone will be like, no, I'm the alpha. Like, come on. Yeah. It's not in you naturally. We know that.
It's hard fucking work, mate.
You know what's deep about it is that what I can see from you, this is just from my observation, is that you've took time out to look at yourself from an accountability side. And we talk about this a lot on our podcast because it's something that we champion a lot, is that women don't take accountability. But I can actually say that from the way you're speaking, it sounds as if you took some accountability, because you said, I'm still working on it till today, meaning that the process is not finished. Yes. But you've seen the problem, identified it, and now you're trying to make change. The problem that I see with a lot of women is that they don't do that. No. So it's like, every man I've been with has been the problem. I've never been the problem. No, I've never been the problem, and they're all messed up. And by doing that, you go into a new relationship thinking your Mrs. Perfect, and then fuck up again. And then that man's looking at you and thinking, because you'll be like, I understand why you were single now. I understand why my man ran off. I see why. But in her mind, she's like, oh, he done me dirty as well. So everyone's done you dirty, but you've never done no one dirty. You're just a clean image. Sometimes in our minds, we got to be able to take accountability. It doesn't mean have to.
It's so important. That is the first step to freedom. To be accountable for your part in your life. Because if you're not, then you're not going to go forward. It's as simple as that. But it is hard. It's not. you know, it sounds easy. Oh yeah, be accountable. But what you've got to remember is, like we were saying, there's always a story behind the story, behind the story, behind the story. And sometimes to go back to that first story,
it's the hardest thing in the world. It's the hardest thing in the world.
And if you don't have the right platform, or you don't have the right resources, you're not going to know which way to go. Do you know what I mean? It's not easy. It's
really not easy.
And I'm not, you know, making excuses for women, but because I've been there myself, it was a hard truth. It was a hard truth to be accountable for my actions and to go back into time to sort of dissect, you know, how I got to where I got to. And I even got my files from social services from way back and went through all the files from when, you know, I could even remember.
Damn,
you
son.
know, to do this work on myself. Yeah.
No, but you know how rare, I think about 1 in 100 women might say they went that deep to try and fix themselves. It doesn't happen.
Doesn't.
At all. That woman is just like, no, I'm fine as you. It's like, okay. Like deflecting and just no accountability. And I tell people, don't wait for someone to check you. You have to check yourself. Like, realize something is wrong with me, and then, like, I don't know, like look in the mirror, just be like, damn, reflect, be like, I was fucked up, you know. I mean, but I
say it's hard. It's hard to. It's a rude awakening. It's a very rude awakening.
And that's why it's really important that these messages go out there to other women so that they can see it, so that they can start to try and adjust little things in their life, tweak, and then, you know, better things will be on the way.
100%.
Another question for you, yeah. Do you think the hardest test for women is being able to master their emotions, and the hardest test for men is to be able to control their sexual desires? What do you think about that? You know, I'll go for it.
Go on,
Do you know what? I think I am a firm believer, and I've been saying this a lot, even to like my friends and my family. Don't act on your emotion because it'll fuck you up. Like, sometimes you have to be logical with the way that you're thinking and the way that you respond to things.
She's been checking our podcast.
Must have been.
She's checking our podcast.
Because ain't no woman ever says I should be more logical. I've never said that in my life. Never.
But
she's been checking our podcast.
This is my theory.
That's our podcast.
This is my theory.
It's never happened like that before.
Yeah, so it's something that I strongly believe. It's something that I strongly believe, and I try to palette it as easy as I can, because when you do say this to women, they...
Defensive?
Very defensive. Very defensive. And, you know, a lot of the time when I've said it to, you know, it's like some of my family members, they see it as me trying to be on the man's side.
Pick me. That's
it.
And it's got nothing to do with that, because it's all about self-development. And at the end of the day, you are your own problem.
Trust me.
You are your own problem. No one is going to save you, and you have to do your own work. And
100.
if we look at things from a logical point of view, instead of always kind of reflecting on, oh, this is how it's making me feel, and look at it just like, okay, well, it may be making me feel like this, but is that feeling even real, or am I making that feeling worse by overthinking things? You have to take yourself almost out of your body and look at it from somebody else looking at you.
How long would you say you've had that mindset for, though? I'm curious.
It's a very, very long time.
Okay, because if you said last week, I would have been like, okay, but no. Like if it's a long time, then it means that you like
a very, very
you've been on game.
Time. I've had a lot of women say, oh, you know, you're taking a man's side, but it's not about taking a man's side. It's about taking your side. See, and that's a perfect example of what me and Ray would say. I was taking a man's side. That there's just no acceptance of any behaviour, any type of thought. It's just the man's wrong. It's like, Jesus Christ, why is it? It's like, but that's the emotion taking over the woman without thinking to what you're saying. Yeah,
but so that's the irony in that. The emotion stopping them from listening.
But we are built that way.
Yeah,
we are
designed.
We are. That is our design, and. You know, even though sometimes it can hinder us, it's also what makes us a beautiful woman, a beautiful creature. So it's about balance.
I'll give you that.
It's about balance.
I believe that women's emotion can actually play good, but it can also be their greatest downfall. So you have the emotional side where a woman, her emotions will override everything to do with her children. That's an amazing thing. Like the emotion that she has, because men, we can have emotion to our children, but at the same time, we're stern.
Yeah.
Like we can be firm with it. You know what I'm saying?
Quick.
Like, and our emotion is out the door. Like, what did you say?
Yeah.
Stop.
Yeah.
But a woman, her emotion for her children is, bro, she could be on her deathbed and she's all worrying about the children.
Yeah.
She's dying and she's saying, where are my children there? Like, you're thinking, bro, your health is gone. Like, take my money and give it to the children. You're like, you're dying. Like, do you want to pay for it? Don't worry about me. Where's Stephen? Because parents, like women, like their emotional side towards their children, towards their family, it actually works in the favor.
Yes.
And sometimes a woman's perspective of things can be very insightful. So say for instance, like me, I'm an art head. So I might be looking at something like, them man a pussy, I'm gonna lick them man up. But maybe you need to be friends with them and not actually do that. And I'm thinking, what are you talking about, blood? Man's from the roads, man, to get revenge. But maybe revenge is not the smartest thing. Maybe.
You start thinking more.
And you're like, some emotional kind of. I never looked at it from that view, but then if you just by having that view there, you have a different way of how to move.
That's why
because you go to the man be like, yeah, let's go smoke. Everyone's on smoke.
Yeah.
But she's saying a whole different thing, and that might be the one thing that stops you from actually doing something crazy. So I'm not gonna say that women's emotions is crazy, and it's always a bad thing. No. Because it does have some sort of relevance sometimes, but when it's put into a relationship and to problems,
dangerous, man.
All it does is put more wood into the fire.
Literally.
You know what I'm saying?
100%. But then in also saying that, if you look at the flip side, women, you're saying that women are, they're not using their logic enough, but then men do the same when it comes to logic. So men are not using their emotional side enough.
Okay.
When it comes to the woman. Do you get what I'm saying?
Okay.
So I think we can both take lessons from each other in respect of.
Now I think men use their logic all the time with women. I truly believe that.
Yeah, but that's my point. But so
not enough emotions, she's saying.
So
but then what I'm saying is, if you have to remember, we have to have a balance in the household, and the balance has to be that someone has to be logical and someone has to be emotional. That's just the yin and yang. Yeah, you can't have water without fire. It's impossible. They don't exist. You need fire and you need water.
The calm and
so
fire.
So when you have a logical man that's using logic for everything, it's good because it gives her a different insight and the children 100%. A different feeling. Because children will grow up and be like, yeah, my dad was, I didn't realize it now. My dad's a bad man, like, not even like in a bad man way, but I mean like the way he controls himself at certain times. Like a man will crash into his car, instead of jumping out and mashing him up, dad's jumping out and saying, he doesn't know, I'm taking all his money. I'm going to take his number later and he's giving me £2,000. I didn't even have a really bump on my car anyway. The woman's like, oh my God, how can he knock the car? I can't believe this. And you're like, just chill, don't worry, I'm gonna show you. Like, you see the logical side. I'm trying to suck dough.
Not all women are like that.
Women get into crashes, they move.
Do you know what?
A woman got into a crash once with me and she was in the car like this.
Shaking.
Yeah.
I came to the car, I said, to me. You're not dead, Her hands was on the steering wheel and she couldn't look forward. She was shaking.
She was in shock.
I said, raw. But it wasn't even that bad. It's just that it just happened. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I should have been, the way I got hit, she hit me in the mad way. I should be the one jumping out on the mud.
I had exactly the same thing happen to me.
Happened to you?
And it was a woman. It was, and she got out of the car and she started shouting and swearing at me when she had actually been in the wrong. She started shouting and swearing at me, and then I said to her, your daughter's watching. You need to calm down.
Relax.
You need to calm down. She's like, you went in the bus lane. I was like, it's before 4 o'clock. You was in the wrong. And then she slowly calmed down, and then she actually ended up saying thank you to me, because I was more worried about her daughter watching her flip out. And you was in the wrong.
Wrong. That's
so. Yeah, so I think in that situation, it's like you said, isn't it? There always has to be a balance. If I had come out and started shouting and screaming, she was a woman as well. If I'd come out and said, that's not going to help the situation, isn't it? And it's the same for you. You came out, you would come out and be calm, but the other person is, whether it was a man or a woman, that could have been a man. So because it was an experience with a woman, you're using her as an example, but it could have easily been a man who came out and started shouting.
Yeah, it's not really going to work out well for him. It's not really work out well.
Too much aggressiveness. But then if we're going to talk about just emotions in general, like let's say women being let's say stubborn with the idea of I'm not I need a man and I'm telling it, but we all know deep down that's not really the move. Yeah, if they're unwilling to sort of retrain their brain or sort of accept the fact that they can let that sort of energy go and be female again. Like, is there any hope for them if they're unwilling to sort of? Do you know what I mean? Like, is there any hope for women who are unwilling to just?
Do you know what? What I've realised in this life is that there's always going to be someone for somebody, and like, say for instance, you're with a woman and you're not willing to put up with that. There's going to be a man who is maybe not as alpha male who will put up with that. So that, and I think that's where it will kind of be like, oh, she doesn't actually need to do the work because that guy is softer, or perhaps that man will is a bit more, has more feminine energy where she can just be a bit more of an alpha female.
Yeah, but do women actually want? I'm not convinced the idea that women actually want a soft kind, sort of emotional man. I can't see women who.
Some do.
And for lifelong. They lifelong.
Women are funny creatures. Let me tell you why. Because women will say they want something, get the thing they wanted, and be like, fuck this, I don't want it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then women will say they don't want something and be constantly ending up with that person. Yeah. So I say you attract what is for you, what you put out in the atmosphere.
Not what is for you, but you attract what. Yeah. The energy, the same energy that you
law of attraction. What you attract law of attraction. So if you keep meeting men that's not shit, then maybe you ain't shit.
Yeah.
It's got to be something going on there.
Let's have an honest conversation. 100%. And girls always meeting men and they can't fuck. Maybe because you can't fuck. Maybe
it must be something.
Maybe that's the real case.
It can't always be.
And you're lying on yourself. And by lying to yourself, you're never going to get the help that you need. Who's going to help you if you keep lying?
No, it's
true. You need to be real with yourself. And say, look, I need to take some time out and learn my vagina properly. You know what I'm saying? Whichever capacity that is. Go talk to some yardy women, some next... I don't know.
That could just be trauma. That could be trauma.
What?
Stop giving ways out, man.
Yeah, man.
Stop giving ways out.
No.
Not everything's trauma.
Something you trauma.
You just pussy whack. That's it.
Not your trauma. Not your trauma.
Do you remember Vance Cartel made a song? Ben's Punani. Don't you remember Ben's Punani?
Come on.
What, do you think that song was a real tune, bro?
No, it's real.
I'll taxi pum pum ga. No. That's why they call him Gaza Boss, bro.
It's true. It's true. Do you know what? I never actually started enjoying sex until I was in my 30s.
What?
Yeah.
So what was you doing before that?
Man.
So
what was you doing? No, seriously.
No, so I was having sex, but I was having sex more for the man's pleasure than my own.
For 30 plus years?
Well, I didn't start having sex when I was 1, did I?
No, I mean, but the age idea of 30
so I didn't start really enjoying sex, me enjoying it and like fully taking part in it, like mentally and physically and emotionally until I'll probably say in my 30s.
So what, like you was giving guys a corpse before? Just to stiff up, just lay there, take wood?
Basically.
No, that's mad.
I wouldn't make any noise purposely.
That's scary.
Excuse me,
no. I'm not doing that.
Don't play them games. Listen.
No, I'm not on that. I'm not on that.
Listen. There was one girl that done that to me.
Yeah, and I would not give you the satisfaction.
Do you know one girl done that to me? Let me tell you one girl done that to me, yeah? And she never heard from me ever again. Bro, you can't lay on your... Do you know, I think that sex, yeah, is all about the noises. She was sitting there going...
Holding in.
I looking down at her. I was looking down at her when I was stroking, and I was looking down. I said,
"But did she have facial expressions?"
It's like fighting it, like against
her will. Looking down at her, and I'm looking down, and I'm like, "You made me against travel all my way, come here, spend time, finesse you on the phone, and this is what you give me." Yeah. In my mind, in the back of my head, yeah, I said, "I will never link this girl ever again. She's blackballed." If man asked me about, I'd be like, "Her, nah, that pussy is." Trust me, bro.
Stiffer.
I'm saying, let's go to a rave tonight and get a thing. Trust me, you don't want that.
Yeah, but then it depends because, like, even though I say that, obviously, I was with my partner before for quite a while, but he was in and out, and when I was with him, I was fine. Like,
Okay.
but I would say in respect of knowing my body and what I can do with my body myself.
Yeah.
Without a man, I wasn't interested until.
Are you would you say you're sapiosexual?
What?
Are you would you say you're a woman who's like, do you need to be stimulated like in other ways, like more like connection? I got like than before, like, so you can't just have sex with someone just.
No, I can't.
Yeah. So that's basically it's like you need the mind and everything.
Yeah, like literally.
Yeah.
But you know what I find I find funny with that, yeah. What I find funny with that is
I wish I wasn't sometimes.
No, you definitely are. It's all over you, man.
Do you know?
No, you need the guys. You need to be mentally stimulated, and it follows. That's cool.
Yeah. But sometimes I wish, like, I hear my friend, like, I have friends who just can just like fucking it, and like
shout out to them, no?
Shout out to them.
For real.
You know who you are. But I can't mix. No. I can't.
That's fair
I
enough.
have to have a connect. I have to have a connection.
He's funny, charming. You know, like as in.
No, it has to be more than that.
No, I mean, but like, as in, like we talk about everything. Like we talk about life and just I feel comfortable. Then you might be like, alright, take me. But if you just say come in and say bend over, then it's not gonna work, is it?
No.
That's mad.
You know what's funny? I believe, and this is my honest belief, that every man has one gal in a certain way. There's always one man out there that's got a gal in a certain way. He can just come in the yard, and she's gone. Every man's got one gal, and every gal has got one man that can do it to her, and every man's got one gal that as soon as they look at her, just one look at her, she might be butters to the whole world, but bro, for some reason, for him, she just looks at him in a certain way, and he's gone to another room.
That's the thing.
Because I feel like you've got a deeper connection with that person. Does that make sense? But in hindsight, on face level, until you try different fields, you never know what you're actually into. So, like for instance, have you ever been blindfolded?
No.
See, you haven't had sex.
I have had sex.
No, it means like
you haven't had
the whole
sex.
experience.
You haven't had sex.
I can close my eyes. Why do I need to be blindfolded?
Thank you very much. You see what I'm saying? There's different levels to different things.
Yeah.
So, like, have you been tied up?
So have you
been kidnapped?
Did you hear the part where I said that I don't trust easily?
Yeah, I'm telling you. Have you ever been kidnapped? Have you been kidnapped?
No.
See, what I'm trying to say to you is that, you see, because...
No, I actually have been kidnapped.
Okay, wait, what?
What?
Side note, deeper level. Another conversation, yeah? Okay. Another conversation.
Not today.
Another conversation. Forget let's never go there, bro. But just that expression level.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, in general, I believe that if you don't try different things, and this is why a lot of women learn their bodies fast, because they're just trying the wild stuff. They're just doing bare wild stuff.
Yeah, but
and then you learn, right, my body likes that. I'm a flipping freak.
Yeah, but if you're not someone who trusts easily, then you're not gonna.
So wait. So trust is a big thing for you. You have to be connected mentally. Like you're like a hard piece or something.
Yeah.
You got to really break you down before you even get turned.
I am.
That's so
how long you been single?
A minute, innit? Honestly, it's been a minute.
Since October last year.
Yeah,
August last year.
Yeah, I believe you've been single before that mentally. But what I'm trying to say is, women leave mentally. Remember what we was talking about?
Yeah.
Wait,
you're in a relationship with me.
A good 3 months before, a month, 2 months before.
6 months to a year, woman can leave, man.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
And you're coming home thinking everything's good. And you know what the messed up thing about
She's gone.
You know what messed up?
Bye-bye.
A man, he could just be falling back into love with you.
I've got no idea.
And then
that's happened.
He fell out of love, fell back in love.
She's gone.
But she's saying now it's over.
She's gone.
Now he's like, my heart's hurting me. She's like, what? You know, it's been done all this.
Too late,
he's
nigga.
like, no, but he's like, actually, no, what are you doing?
I've actually had that, and I just think it's fucking ridiculous. How, like...
Yeah,
because...
Wait, what?
Dismissive of the man's feelings.
No.
No, when he gets to the next relationship, the next girl is done.
No, shall I tell you what it is?
Someone's daughter. You messed up someone's daughter, you know?
No, someone's son.
Yeah, no.
So, shall I tell you what it is, though? Shall I tell you what it is? It's like... Because I've noticed this with men, especially if it's the long-term relationship. Once that relationship finishes, it actually hasn't finished for them.
Of course, women leave before us. Yeah. I know this.
So like, no, but you'll straight up say, okay, like we're finished, and they'll say, yeah, okay, we're finished. But they're in their head, they're actually not finished. They're actually still like, what do you mean you're out? What do you mean you're talking to this one? What do you mean you're talking? And I'm like, excuse me? I've had my ex straight up be like, what? You slept with someone else? You cheated on me? And I'm like, what? I cheated on, like, scratching my head like, bro, I haven't slept with you for 6 months. How have I cheated? We haven't been together. Men are very
but I see it. But I think for men especially, like it's really got an end. As in, like, I don't mean end like he can't have access to your line. You've got a new number. You've moved on. Because if an ex has still got an open communication, like to your line, yeah, or I can reach out, or I can contact you, there's a chance, a possibility that's always going to be a maybe.
But if you've got a child with that person, then they're going to have your contact.
No, I mean, but just like, as in, you know, when you think maybe I can get back in there, like, there's always something where a guy will think I can get her back.
Yeah.
Trust me. Even if you can't, so trust me. So when, like, if a woman says yeah, like I fucked bro the other day, man shattered inside, you know, because he thought he was like his queen, yeah.
Yeah, I don't get it. I feel.
What do you mean you don't get it?
No, because I just don't get it. Like, it's like, that's when you want to show your true feelings, when I've actually decided, okay, enough is enough. Like, what?
Well, no, I mean, obviously, like, but if you was in like an abusive or toxic relationship, I get it. But I mean, men really need to hear. Men might be sort of not wanting to hear like it's over, yeah. But you really got to end it. Like, you can't sort of be like, oh, hey, you okay? Check how I am. You got to dead it completely. Don't be texting how I am.
No. Usually, I would have like my ex as my friend, and
see,
yeah, like, and I've
never.
Yeah,
that's wild.
Wild, man.
But you know what? Listen, I told you I'm a work in process.
No, okay.
So I've actually learnt now. Are you listening?
Go on.
I've learnt
the
now.
L-word.
Yeah, that is not productive
at all.
At fucking all.
It can never be.
No, it's just not gonna work. It's just, and it's just not.
You're trying to get someone killed.
You are.
You can't be friends with your ex and be in a committed relationship knowing that your ex probably still.
That's blurred lines, man.
Wants to.
Blurred lines.
Slap cheeks.
Clap cheeks.
Clap cheeks.
That's mad. If my woman tells me she's friends with her ex, I'm nervous. Like, not on like insecure level. I'm nervous as in like, imagine one day he gets jealous.
Anything.
And she lies to him and says, yeah, man, you're so aggressive. Come on, fucking what? And then he comes round and then, bruv, I'm at the door and I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, what? I've come to fight you. And I just back up my Rambo and just jump him up.
And now you're in jail 20 years and then she's out there just living her life.
Bro.
That would never happen.
That's why I'm scared of them things, man. I'm scared. That's a scary thing, man. I don't like that stuff, man.
No.
Don't bring stuff to me that could actually potentially put my freedom at risk.
No, you can't.
Like, keep me safe.
Do you know what? Also, it also depends on the person that you're with, because if your partner doesn't mind you being friends,
no man accepts it.
No.
Especially what you talking about? What are you talking about? Black men, yeah?
Yeah.
No, you've gone mad. You lost your head.
Do you think so?
You lost your head.
Never.
Any man that says it to you is because he doesn't care about you and you're just a side thing.
Yeah, he doesn't care.
Well, I haven't had a man say that, but I'm just saying, like, you know, you could. Maybe I told you this is like a 4-year process.
Okay, yeah.
This is like 4 years ago.
Learning. Okay.
Yeah, so I just think that, you know, sometimes you can, if you can, like, because, you know, even men say, oh, I've got a girl and she's my friend, or I've got a male and she's my friend, he's my friend. If I can meet that person, if he can be friends with you, then it shouldn't be that big.
Do you know the first thing I ask if a girl says to my friend, like, have you two fucked before? That's the first thing I say. Because
can't you be friends with someone if you slept with them?
No.
How?
Are you okay?
See, this is why
adult.
The streets are calling.
It's called being an adult.
The streets are calling. No.
It's called being an adult. What are you talking about? Are you serious right now?
I got something for you.
The streets are calling for her. The streets are calling. Give her.
This is a question.
No, the streets are calling. Give it to her.
Put it on.
Put it on for her.
Put it on.
Put it on. You gotta put it on.
Put it on.
What is it?
Put it on.
You gotta put it on, man.
She's for the streets.
You gotta put it on.
I'm not putting it
Any girl that says to me that you can fuck your friends, bro, that's not called friends.
It was a question.
Doesn't matter.
No, you
said
you said adults. You said adults like you can do it.
No, I said all right. So how old are you?
I'm a big man, bro.
Okay, so you're a big man, yeah? And you slept with someone when you was 18 years old.
I still want to clap them cheeks again.
Really?
Why not?
Yeah.
The fuck? She might have matured and her body look good. Or she might have put on some baby fat. I don't give a fuck, man. I want to try that pussy again and see if it's changed over the years.
Even if you're in a committed relationship.
If I'm in a committed, I don't want to be near you.
Exactly.
Stay
Get
the
away
fuck
from
away from me.
Get away from me.
You're dangerous. And because I've hit the pussy once, you know how my dick feels and I know how your pussy feels. Yeah. So we got some sort of, there's some sort of kind of mental kind of, you know, narcos, narcos music.
You can't do it.
I don't need all that shit.
Yeah.
I'm trying to stay away from that. I'm trying to stay committed because I'm definitely going to cheap meek. So I'm trying to stay away from that. You think what? Because what, we're 17.
Do you know
and gal look different now. And you know,
mature body.
And man's mind's change of what man likes. Yeah. She might even be what man likes. No, Papa.
I agree in that instance.
I've never had a female friend, ever. I could have, but I don't need that energy around me.
What do you mean?
I've never had an attractive woman who goes, yeah, be my friend.
Now, I'm not lying. I had one female friend when I was younger. One. And you know what? We crossed that line. And you know what?
Exactly.
I regret it, bro.
So
that's
you
the
don't
one
have
regret.
females as friends?
That's my only regret.
That doesn't make sense to me.
But one regret
I can have
in my life.
women, but I've never said I can call her. You know what? The idea is so. Women are really naive to the idea that they generally think a man's trying to smoke them. Like, no, you're my friend. Like, listen, you open that door just a little bit, yeah. A man's cheating inside you. Yeah? Don't ever think he's not gonna be a sexual opportunist. He's gonna go for it every time. If a guy's your friend,
no, I don't agree.
If a guy's your friend because you said that's all I want, then he's not truly your friend. Think about it.
Okay, so what if you've had a friend who you've had nothing with completely, and it's been completely platonic from the get-go?
He's in love with you, and you better be watch out because he will murder someone.
That has happened to me.
Oh my gosh!
But that was in the past.
Doesn't matter. Point proven. Immediately, it's happened. It's never genuine.
Yeah, but then what if you've said to that person that's never going to happen, and they've respected that, and you've still
but
friends?
that's the
He's already crossed the line. It's like me loading up my gun, pulling it out on you. I've already took it too far.
That's it.
We can't. What, you gonna be friends with me after I backed out a gun on you?
But a gun.
But I'm saying sorry. I'm saying sorry. What you think a friendship that turns into thing you can't kill you? That will kill you, bro, as well.
Why?
Because he loves you deeply and you don't even know it. So you're thinking that you see, this is the naivety to women. They think that man's just your general friend and man's ready to die for you. That guy that you call your friend sometimes, yeah, his love is so deep for you, yeah, that if you said to him, go and kill this guy, do you know, as mad as it sounds, in his whole life, he's got a missus, got kids, he'll be like, fuck it, you know what, she's my best friend, man.
That's it.
I fucking love her. I'm gonna
and you'll be like, I didn't know how to do that, and now my man's in prison with some buff small nigga looking at him crazy. That's what that happened. Man will ride for you, you know. I didn't know how to do that, yeah, but I feel like I had to. I know you when you go back. See, you can't do it.
That's love. Okay. That's different type of love. That's love. Man, you think I'm riding for some hoes?
I've never heard this.
But you think I'm ever riding for a girl that I think I consider as a side chick or just some dead thing? Bro, I will never ride for that thing. But a thing that I love, and she's my brethren, I'll do anything because in his mind, he's doing this. The result of it is me do this, she falls in love.
Yeah, okay.
Do you get it?
I get it. So you guys,
empty hope.
You guys do not have any female friends?
No. I've never had one. No one girl I've ever had.
You're a business associate or associate.
I've never had a friend from childhood to now. Never.
You get.
I'm not gonna lie. I've had one, and I told you I crossed the line, and I regret it because she was actually my best friend, and I used to talk to her about everything. She used to know my mum. She used to show up my yard, everything. You can't. Once you cross them lines, and that's, you see, there's a song called "See My Mind's Gone Half Crazy 'Cause I Can't Leave You Alone."
Come on.
Never thought that we would be more than friends.
Old school.
That song, every lyric in that song, every single lyric is my life with this girl. It was every single. As soon as we crossed that line, it was just never the same. I looked at you different. I thought that we could do it, but I just couldn't. Now things have changed. I want them to go back to how they used to be because I lost my friend.
Yeah.
Fuck, I don't care about the sex and all that. That was dead to me, bro. Yeah. But she was actually my friend. Like, if I said to her, yo, I got a dog, come take my dog, or come get this money, or hide this for me, or she'd do anything for me.
Who instigated that?
me like a fucking idiot because I'm a fucking horny dickhead.
But men be...
I'm an idiot. I'm a fucking idiot. Yeah, I'll take my L. I'm an idiot. And now I've lost her as a friend forever. You know, sometimes I actually, not even on a kinky thing, but I just think about her like, oh, is she alright? Is everything cool with her? Is her son like... I actually got love for her like that.
So did you choose not to be friends with her anymore?
No, when you go into a relationship with someone, everything changes. Because now, I'm seeing you for who you really are. And she's seeing me for the piece of shit that I am now as well. So she always looked at me as a friend. No, but I'm saying she's looking at me as a friend, yeah. When I'm saying to all the fuckeries that I'm doing, she's laughing. But now we're in a relationship, this ain't funny, bro.
Yeah, because that's me.
Where the fuck was you last night? Yeah. Hey, who the fuck you shouting at? Now we're having some, now because she's kind of gangster, I'm kind of gangster, there's some gangster shit going on now. Yeah. Don't talk about fuck this, you think you're taking for a dickhead? I'm like, huh? Who are you talking to? But I used to see her do it with her man, and I never used to think nothing of it. Yeah. But now she's doing it to me, I'm like, bro, you're moving too aggressive, man. She's like, you're moving too aggressive. I'm like, oh my. Then that's when it clicked in my head. Yeah. I'm fucking dumb. Now, how do I break up with you without we're still being friends with you? So now I've tried to break up with her, and guess what she done? She broke up with me first.
Dirty little
savage. Bitch. She had to, innit?
Now I'm hurt, you know. I'm like, bro, you try to break up with me, yeah. Like, what, you think I'm a prick? Then she start hitting me with the friendship shit back again. I think I still like my baby father. You think I'm a... So all this time I'm with you, you're thinking about another man. We can never be friends again. How can we be friends again?
It's over.
But you see how dumb I was to think that I could actually cross the line. Yeah. You see, and that's what 9 out of 10 men think because, bro, she was sexy. She had a nice personality. Remember, when a man's friends with you, he's learning everything about you. Don't you get it?
He knows your weaknesses.
No, he knows everything about you.
But they say that you should marry your best friend.
Doesn't work.
No, I mean your best friend inside of your relationship. Yeah. So look, we're in a relationship and we're best friends.
That's cool.
Nothing wrong with that. But I'm saying we're platonic friends and you think that we're friends, but in the back of my mind, I'm like, I want to fuck that. That's not your friends. That's called someone who just wants to fuck.
Who's waiting, and a man might wait all 10 years for his chance.
It's just a mistake. I'm not gonna lie, like. Once upon a time.
You done it, man. Just say it. Give us a story.
You know you did it.
Give us a story. Give us a juicy story for Rare Talks, man. Give me the juicy story.
So once upon a time, I was friends with this guy, but we never used to see each other a lot. And then one day, we just kind of hooked up and we started talking, and then we kind of started talking on a different sort of level. And it was kind of like. I kind of liked him and he liked me. And it moved past the kind of friendship liking.
Right.
And I slept with him. And I never slept with him again.
See?
But we're friends. But and we would never touch each other again. Like I slept with him and then I realised...
Why are you going to make me breathe like this?
I realised that, do you know what? We're just friends.
Yeah, but it's funny how you had to sleep with him and do that, then to realise, yeah, no.
I felt really bad. I felt really bad.
You should know pride beforehand.
So you one night stand. So he's a one night stand.
How's a one night stand is someone who you don't know?
No. Yeah, one night stand could be someone that you know, but you never slept with them again.
Yeah,
it's a one night stand.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. It's a one night stand. That's what it technically is.
It's for the night, isn't it?
Yeah.
Basically.
One night.
Same concept, just for the night and never again.
One night. One night.
Do you know what the weird thing is? The sex wasn't even bad, but I just realised that...
The sex would have been amazing, it's irrelevant.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter.
But I just realised that we're friends, we're not going to be anything else.
You know,
you just used him. You was horny and you used him. You used him.
I wasn't horny at all.
You used him. The poor guy is emotionally broken.
No, it was years ago. It was years ago. We're still friends. I haven't seen him since, but.
Do you know what's funny?
We're still friends.
You know, funny. You know, our live show, we had this discussion about can men and women be friends, and to be honest with you, bad girls and that, no, allow it, no friends. So a lot of women was actually in favour of the idea of no friends.
Ooh.
More than men. How about that?
That's really interesting.
But don't get me wrong, and all the girls say, no, we can be friends. They had to be like, no, I'll tell every man, listen, we're friends, nothing happening. I'm like, that's our point. It's not a true friendship.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have to tell a guy don't try if he's your friend. I guess they'll try it for if it's your friend and
That's
you know
true. That's true.
So I said it's not a real friendship.
Yeah.
And I was like, you just proved my point. And all women said, no, because it can get sticky. Just avoid things that you won't even have to explain.
Well, I've learnt that.
Just avoid it.
Yeah,
don't ever be around that.
I've learnt that now.
Just avoid it. And you know what? But I like the fact that a lot of things you say, which I respect, is you say, I've learnt that. So it means you're someone who's either willing to learn or learning from experiences and using it, being like sort of evolving as a person. As opposed to just being in one state like, oh yeah, I didn't see that, and never taking any accountability. So the fact that you're learning means that you're going to level up daily. But for the people that don't learn and doing the same fucked up things,
You've got to learn, man.
They're done.
Yeah, they're done. What
are we doing?
You're done out here.
If you're not learning and you're not living, then you're
Trust
not
me.
and you're not evolving. There's no point. You might as well just go and like crawl up underneath a rock.
Innit?
All right, I've got another question for you. A man's cheated on his woman. How does he get her back? Is there any getting her back?
Yeah, 100%.
Go on, tell me, what do you have to do?
How do they get you back?
You'd have to be extremely sorry and you'd have to prove that you're sorry.
Marry me.
But how do you prove that you're sorry?
I think by having a conversation about why you did that in the first place. Okay. And that's never happened to me, so I can't. So it's kind of hard to...
But seeing how it could work and play out.
Yeah, but yeah, we'd have to have a very long conversation, and it would have to be over time because you'd have to regain
trust.
that. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
But I would never just stamp out a relationship because someone's cheated on me, because I don't actually believe that men are born to be with one person.
Monogamous.
Yeah.
So they're polyamorous.
Yeah, but I don't think I could be in a polyamorous relationship.
But
knowingly.
It's interesting the fact that like you sort of accept just the idea that men just...
What do you mean by knowingly? What do you mean by knowingly? You don't get it. Say some mad... The look of mad comments at the end are mad, you know.
It's like I heard that. It's just
knowingly. So she's saying if a man... Because you know what? It's kind of true. If it's not messing up your setup, then what are you...
Do you know why I say that? I'm gonna tell you why I say that.
Go deep with us, please.
It's not even deep. It's just, it is what it is. I have always found out that my boyfriend has cheated on me once I wasn't with them. So I've never had that, oh my God, he's cheated on me. I've never had that because it's always been past tense. So I know that men cheat. And clearly it didn't affect me. Well, I think it didn't affect me while I was in the relationship with them. So that is why I actually said that comment. And because I think that men cheat, and I do think that what you don't know isn't going to hurt you. So if you if you hide your stuff well enough, and your relationship with whoever you're having it with isn't affecting our relationship, and you're not treating me any differently, then I'm going to get such shit for saying this.
Go on.
Then I'm really not that bothered.
No, but you know what? I'll give you one thing though. You've learned how to master peace, because inside your mind, if you're constantly every day thinking about what this man could be doing, what couldn't be doing, you don't have a chance to actually live your own life.
Exactly.
So your peace is always interrupted by another human being.
Exactly.
And I know, as petty as this might sound, yet life is short, you know.
Very short.
Imagine you've been in a relationship for 4 years and all you're doing is worrying about if this man's cheating, but you're not actually living your life. So your life becomes a mirror of what he's doing instead of a mirror of what I'm doing.
There's too many beautiful people and beautiful souls and beautiful spirits out there for you to be hung up about what your man could do or what your girl could do, because whatever's going to happen is going to happen. And, you know, you won't be able, you're not going to be able to stop it. You know, you could be doing everything that you could possibly do for your man and your woman, and they could still go out and, you know, fall on top of somebody else. So
I think it probably happened to me, but I just don't know, so I don't care.
I think that's the best mindset to have when it comes to these things, so that you don't you overexert your brain into thinking things that don't exist, and then don't get to live your life, and your life is full of misery, and then you just die of a heartache or something, and then your life's all short. The last 6 months of your life is just running down or trying to catch someone out. Every day trying to catch someone. You know, that's a lot of energy.
Do you know what? I so don't understand. I'm probably going to get stick for this, but I so do not understand people, women and men, who go into their man's phone or go into their girl's phone and look for stuff. I don't get it.
Even if they find something?
don't care.
That's mad.
Why was you looking?
No, I'm saying, but if a guy finds it, but then I say, okay, right now I'm going for your phone. I knew it. That's why I did it.
But that's the thing. I think that your intuition always tells you when something's not right. Yeah. So,
okay.
What is the point of you going to look for it?
No, not every day,
that's
like on your phone. No, but
that's
not every day. But the one time, 6 months, let's move it a bit left. Knew it.
Nah, fuck that.
Do you know what happens to me? Every time I let my guard down, I get fucked. So like,
really?
I have my guard up here, and the person will be moving like, and I'll be like, yeah, the person's doing everything. And in the moment that I stay, you know what? I think everything's cool, you know. I think everything's blessed. At that moment,
fuck up.
I find something out, and it just comes to me, and I'm like, this motherfucker, look at you. Look, you know, you just, look at you, look at you, look at you. Look at you, 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 look at you. Bye.
It's weird to think that sometimes you might have to purposely be. It's good to be dumb, naive, and just.
It is. I feel like being innocent sometimes brings back the childhood that some of us lost.
100%.
Because some of us lost our childhoods through going through some shit with our parents or family or some shit. You know what I'm saying? We lost, like, you don't realize you lost it, but you lost some of your childhood, bro. You know, you go back in your past, you're like, well, them years, why are they such a blur to me, man? The flip, did I get this shit beaten out of me today? I didn't even realise that flipping some years of my childhood was just gone. Yeah. Like, while you lot was allowed to go out and go stay at friend's house, I wasn't allowed to do that shit. So I didn't even have that kind of childhood that you lot had. So just being naive and innocent to certain things now as an adult is like giving you like childhood memories. And that's what I feel Michael Jackson went through and nobody understood and they thought he was a paedophile. To this day, I still don't believe he was a paedophile.
Don't believe that either.
He was not a paedophile, and I'm not standing by that. I don't care what anyone says. I'll stand by him till the day I die. He was not he was not
saying until the day he died. I was going to say he's already dead.
Yeah, no, he wasn't a paedophile, man. No way, man. Yeah. He was just someone who lost his childhood and he was trying to make up for it.
Yeah.
We'll never understand that until you've been a star as long as he was. He's been a star nearly all his life. Yeah. Six.
Yeah.
Jackson 5 was 6 years old.
He was working from a young age.
Yeah. Boy. Don't blame me on mood. Like he was at 6, 7.
That's mad.
And then he was famous from then until the rest of his life.
Imagine being famous from 6. Your life is never normal.
No, of course it's not. Never. And then your dad's beating the shit out of you to make sure that you don't become normal. So all you're doing is dancing every day and singing. Like your life's not normal. Then 11, you're still 12, 13, 14, 15. Like your whole life until about 30, you're just famous. So you don't even know how to be a normal person, like to function in society. No, like, how do you become normal after that? Like
there is no normal. That is your normal. Yeah. There is no normal. You do not get a normal life after that.
That's sad to think though.
So another question. I'm gonna end it on this question because it's real late. People don't even know how late it is. They won't even know.
Trust me.
Give us a life lesson that you learnt from.
Like one that stands out as opposed to just like any. Something that stands out like that was a big game changer. Like, you know what I mean? When you look back and you think, man.
A life lesson. I think. Okay, so growing up for me, I was brought up by my grandmother with my sisters, and my gran was quite religious. She used to send us to church, and then she ended up being a Jehovah's Witness, and then she tried to convert us into Jehovah's Witnesses. I wasn't having a bar of it. And I always had this kind of rebel attitude, so I was always the one that would speak out for my sisters and just say something wild. So I always had that in me, but along the way, I think just all the different experiences that I went through growing up, not having my mum there completely, seeing my mum was ill, and seeing her ill and having to go through that with her, it kind of put me in a space where I started putting everybody else's problems and everybody else's lives before my own. And in doing that, I just didn't live my life to the full potential of what I knew I could have if I had put myself first. So in saying that, my life lesson to me now is put yourself first. Because if you can't help yourself, then you can't help anyone.
Simple.
It's really
Facts.
simple. You know, obviously life, you know, you can't get back the time that you lose.
No.
You
Never.
know, and so you really do need to help yourself. And it may sound selfish, but it's really not selfish. You got to help yourself before you help anybody else.
You're number one, man.
And then you can,
You're
then you can help other people. But I've only just come to that fruition in the past.
You're number one always.
3 or 4 years. So
You're just like my granny used to say.
Yeah.
Like when you go under the ground, are you alone?
yeah, it's so true.
Granny used to say it from early.
It's so
I never got
true.
it, but it's like you're number one.
No,
You have to be.
100%. And you know, obviously, when you become a parent, you kind of feel like, oh no, you've got to put the kids first. No,
Even then,
no, you got to put
it's still
yourself
you.
first.
It's always got to be you.
It always has to be you. So I think the sooner we learn that as you know, as a nation, as you know, as a community, the better. You need to put yourself first. You need to put yourself in that position so that you can then help everybody up with you.
Trust me.
So yeah, that would be my life lesson.
Ain't lying.
My life lesson I learned is never lose the one you love for the one you lust.
That's a really good one.
Yeah, no, it's because I think all these things hold true. I think, especially as you age, like, man, like, why did I see that before? It's so obvious when you see things, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like what? But I think being young, just going through life, and you catch experience, you just think, yeah, I get it now.
It's a lesson though, isn't it?
Yeah, as I said, man, L's.
It's
Like,
a lesson.
It was L, no, lost. Like turn the word lesson in, like instead of loss. And your perspective changes.
Oh my God, lessons all day long.
Like loss is like.
What's your life lesson? See,
No, fam, I think, do you know what? I think the number one thing for me, I just used to be like bare scared of the idea of failure. For years, it ruined me, you know? I didn't embark on no journey because I think, but what if I fail?
That's fair.
It ruined it just ruined me for
That's fair.
time.
Yeah.
So much years, because like when I was younger, I was bare introverted. Didn't go out, I was like a gaming nerd. Yeah, all there, all that. And I think 26, I went to my first nightclub. Imagine.
Wow.
And
wow, that's late.
26. No, I was a late bloomer. Now I've really come into like break the shell.
Yeah.
Come out and I'm who I am today. But I just think the more like learning that I just stopped giving a fuck.
Yeah.
Stop caring changed my life. Bro.
Don't give a fuck.
One day I just stopped caring, yeah, and everything just became lit. Like
so true.
confidence, just got everything. Like I'm that nigga, bro. Like from today, yeah.
You are.
I swear. But the maddest thing is, yeah, the mindset can block everything that's coming at you.
Yeah.
Because you're not receiving it from just fear.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I'm a failure, man. Like disappointing people. It's just riddle me.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, bruh, I'm up regardless. I'm that guy regardless. I'm winning regardless. And now I'm just like,
No, you're amazing.
it's coming now. But it took, like my mum would call me a late bloomer. Like so you know everyone peaks early. Like I was 16, 17 and living with a guy partying. I was indoors just saying I hate life. Man, you wouldn't believe. People look at me and I think, really? I said, on God. I used to be like that. So like from 20s, so I came into myself at 30. I'm 35 now. 26, I broke the shell. Then 30, I like sort of started to, what the butterfly thing, come out the coon thing.
What made you break that shell? What happened? What was the trigger?
I was gonna say like as a shout to my best friend, yeah. One day I saw him on the high road, yeah. I ain't seen him in years. Cause fucking I ain't thinking time, man. Take my number. And he goes, oh, let's go out, and that was it. I just saw my best friend one day, and he goes, let's go out, and now the rest is history. Everything else is that's it. So I owe him now, and I know it like he always tried to like rate himself. I say like I fucking like
prodigy.
Almost like I was a virgin, and he just got me on like that. But it wasn't. But he didn't know I was like that. But that day, I was in Mare Street. I remember back then he had the Sony phone, you know, the PDA phone back then. He said, tell my number. We met up. We went out, and that was it. I became savage.
Wow.
Straight.
Yeah. That's
Amazing.
it, man. It's mad, but it's funny how things work out, man.
It's so funny.
But I feel like now I'm living the best life. But 30s, you know what food you like, what drink you like, what you don't like. When you're 20, 21, you're trying to figure out life. When you get 30 plus, you just know who you are and what you stand for, innit?
Yeah.
So I feel like blooming late is actually benefiting.
Definitely. And do you know what? You never ever stop learning about yourself.
You can't.
You never ever stop. Like, you can surprise yourself. Like, you could think, oh, even in your 30s, you think, oh, I'd never do that, or
but that's what I was trying to say to you. Though. I was trying to say to you, blindfold, tie up your blood clot, get kidnapped.
Listen, I'm going to a session where you get rope tied.
Swear.
Yeah.
Where's it?
It's
What session?
I'm gonna give you the details.
Bro, what kind of freaky deaky stuff is this?
Well, you're telling me to open up, so I am opening up.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, so I'll give you the details, and we're gonna tie each other up.
That's mad. His face is like, bro, listen, I'm single. I can do what the fuck I want to do.
Yeah, me too, nigga.
No, I mean, like, I ain't got no one to like check in with. I'm nice.
Yeah,
I can step out anywhere.
Hold tight, you two. Hold tight, you two. Hold tight, you two.
Seriously.
Hold tight, you two. But you already know where it is. Red Talks, another episode.
Empowering.
Yeah.
Another one.
Come on, man. Up in the air. Shout out to you. Plug everyone with your socials.
You let them know, man.
So, guys, my socials is Pillow Talks. I am Pillow Talks on Instagram and Poetic Justice. And you can catch our show on YouTube at Pillow Talks with a Z TV.
Jeez.
Love. Come on.
We out here.
We're out, man.
Come on.